Hey guys, it's the Ad-Man here. Been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm real sorry. I've just been so busy in my life that I've completely forgotten that I used to review anime-related stuff. But I shouldn't try to make excuses and just say that I'm back in a new location and it's a new clothes, but with my same old trusty old hat. So let's see what's in this hat today. Let's see. Jesus Christ, I need to clean this thing out. Let's see. Probably gonna need this. And let's see what we have in here. This one's, ooh, personal favorite. Yep, this little guy. Put it right in here. And let's get right into reviewing Super Robot Wars MX Portable for the PSP.
So as I said in my introduction, one of the best parts of the Super Robot Taisen games is the dream roster of characters you get to command. In the case of MX, the ones that drew my attention were Neon Genesis Evangelion, G Gundam, and Razafon. So a series that got me into anime, a very fun anime I remember watching on Toonami after school, and one of my all-time favorite anime of all time, period. Yes, of course, there are other units like ones from Zeta Gundam or Double Zeta or Char's Counterattack, but those were the ones that sold me. I mean, for those who have seen those anime, who wouldn't want to see Razafon fight Unit 3 or hell have all of them fight the frickin' Devil Gundam? Or even be able to give Evangelion a better ending. Yeah, show of hands who want to see that. Though I will admit that these games did help me get into other anime as well. Of particular note are the creations of Go Nagai like the Mazinger series and Robo. Yeah, I'm a little ashamed to admit that I did not know anything about Go Nagai and his contributions to the anime industry until my senior year in high school. He introduced the idea of a human piloting a robot from a cockpit, and it was thanks to these games that I got interested in his revolutionary work, thanks to seeing how awesome these retro robots can be. On that note, let's go into graphics. Now, for both the original PS2 and this PSP version of the game, there is no big difference in graphics. In that I mean that both have very plain looking graphics for the maps, but are both equally fantastic with the battle animations, and that's where it really counts. It all comes off very fluid and true to the original material, and also for those who might complain about the mechs being SD, 1, shut up, and 2, sometimes they go full size in the animation, so it's all good. Onto the sound, they do a great job of getting a lot of BGM from the many series that are on this one game. Best of all, it doesn't sound like just some compacted video game version, but rather exactly like the original show. For those who watch their anime with subtitles, you'll be happy to know that all of the original voice actors reprise their roles here, saying a lot of your favorite quotes and some new ones even. But what really needs to be praised are the opening and ending things done by Jam Project. If you haven't heard of these guys yet, go look them up right now. Their music is awesome and it really drives stuff like the final battle in this game home. The actual story itself, if you can read the text, is very engaging, especially if you're a fan of any of these series. They take highlights and big battles from many of the series like Evangelion's battle with Ramiel or, as I said, fighting the Devil Gundam from G. This again made even better when you have a roster of other legendary pilots by your side. Outside of battles, it's very entertaining to see these characters communicate and interact with one another, linked to some outright hilarious in-jokes and some even heartwarming moments. Characters themselves, they're all basically in character, so your opinion on them will depend on how you like their animes. The original Van Presto characters in this game are okay. Hugo and Aqua definitely develop well over the course of the game, but again, they just feel like your usual cutouts from any of your other mech anime characters. In fact, parts of their story arc take place within the events of G Gundam, so them and their story are unfortunately overshadowed by the actual G Gundam characters, as well as many others. To me, there are actually interesting Van Presto originals who I'll get to eventually, but these two just don't have many unique characteristics, and you don't even really see them much outside of this game. So, in my opinion, they're just not all that memorable since they don't have those unique characteristics. They do have some awesome mechs though. This leads us into gameplay. Yeah, replaying this, it's not quite as good as I remember. I mean, I still think it's a great game and all, but it was my first Super Robot Taisen game, and I've played much better games since then. The controls and menus are nowhere near as intuitive as their future games are, and the actual roster of characters feels a little bit unbalanced. I mean, I love the actual roster, but there's a huge gap between the real and Super Robots. The real robot's attacks come off as way too weak and are largely useless as a result, while the super robots feel so overpowered that you can finish the game with just a handful of them. Not as though that's a difficult task, since the difficulty here isn't particularly high. What I did like, and unfortunately have not seen a lot of in future games, is the favorite series system that this game introduced. You get to pick 3 of your favorite series, which I just happen to have, and during the game they'll have more upgrade capabilities than others and have greater experience gain. Outside of this game, I have only seen this system implemented in the DS game so far, and it's unfortunate because it really helps you get into the game by being able to place focus on the characters you really like. Going to replay value, you always have Hugo and Aqua as your main characters, but you get to choose between piloting a real robot or a super robot type. And after you beat the game, you can carry over your cast and experience into a new game. I would recommend starting off with the super robot and then going with the real robot for your replay. You know, that whole gap thing and everything. You also get some branching routes so you can change up what stages you play through. While it has nowhere near as much replay value as other games in this series that I will review eventually, I still think that it's worth a few playthroughs at least. Again, it provided a great amount of fan service and pretty damn epic moments just to see these characters all work together, and of course the not too high difficulty curve helps you get into this game series, so it may be a great way to start off your Super Robot Taisen experience. For those who just want to experience Super Robot Taisen a little bit and don't want to have to go out and buy a import console in order to play these games, then I suggest this game because the PlayStation Portable is region free, along with another system which I'll talk about in the near future. Otherwise, for now, I will give this game, considering it's my first Super Robot Taisen game and it holds a little bit of value in me, 3.5 stars out of 5. Not quite all that could be, but still I think it's a great game, and again, a great game for beginners of the Super Robot Taisen franchise.
And that's my very first Super Robot Taisen game review. Obviously, I still have a lot more in my library, but again, this isn't exactly a game series everyone can get into. For next time, I should probably do something that's a little bit easier for everyone to get into, but what? Almost seems like the choices are unlimited. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Alright, I figured out what I'm going to do next time, and I promise this time I won't take half a year to make it. So, until next time, you guys, this is the Ad Man, with giving my hats off to you.